Hey kids, we're back. This is take 2 of today's live streaming attempt. I'm sorry, but something went wrong with the first live stream. And now I need to send another link to the customer. Sorry about that. Copy and paste. Yeah. So the first live stream had a technical issue, and now that's the second one, take 2. So I'll give you a minute to log on, all of you. We are doing an interesting project today. And let me delete the other one because it serves no purpose. I got one comment, well, whatever. Delete forever. Delete, okay. All right. Kids, I'm sorry about that, but I had a technical problem. Dr. Fictionado's back. Hello again. Sorry. So you know what I think is happening? I have 3 switchers, and maybe I shouldn't. I don't know, but it's supposed to work. So I have a switcher over there. I have a switcher over here connected to that switcher. This is a Stream Deck, and then this is the app connected to that switcher. And I think that maybe sometimes there's a conflict. I don't know. So, I'm sorry about that. IPG Wanta, the owner of the Strat. Oh, yeah. And you know what? I think I accidentally deleted Melanie's account on Instagram. I apologize. I realized as soon as I deleted that I deleted it because I'm new to Instagram, and I was just clumsy. So, you know, you can just tell her to follow again. Sorry about that. All right. Now, what are we doing? We're doing this. Okay. We are modifying this pick guard because I removed this pickup from here. Now, it sounds like a simple project. Can you just swap the pickups? But it sometimes isn't simple. So this pickup doesn't fit through this for 2 reasons. First of all, this one has rounded corners because it doesn't have a cover. So that's made for that. And this one would not fit even if this was the same size as in width and height. This is a routing template for a humbucker. But you see, I lost the app here. Okay, I want to have all 3. Okay, so this is a routing template for a humbucker with a cover, right? But unfortunately, as you are about to see, this doesn't fit through. So even humbuckers are not all the same. And you can see what it says here. It says humbucker pickguard cutout, a routing template. Okay, so this isn't incorrect. It's just that they come in different sizes, and this doesn't fit through. So obviously, I was hoping to be able to use this, right? Because that's already a template. I can't use it, so we're going to have to improvise. But in order to do any routing on this, we need to transfer everything from here onto this. So let's open this. Right? That's first step. Like that. And this one, as you can see, is SSS, but we already removed the humbucker, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to use the switch position, the 3 pots, and these 2 pickups. Transfer everything here so we can have a blank thing like this so we can work with it. Now let me think for a moment. It just occurred to me, could we just enlarge this instead? So the only problem that I'm seeing are these holes for the pickup height screws. So yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to work. So we do need to transfer everything from here over to here. Let's get busy. Just to speed up the process, I do have a power tool, and that's what we're going to use. Let me check something. Battery level on my computer. So H says, so glad we live stream today. The LIV or the live videos are amazing. Okay, all right, there's a typo. Okay, I get it. Live videos. Yeah, thank you, doctor. Let's do this. All right, so I'm going to unscrew everything first. Now these pickups either have springs or tubing. Let's see what's there. You can see tubing, okay? So we might replace the tubing. You know, that would be a good opportunity to do that. So let's remove the screws. Oh, you know what? I want to remove these first. So which size is it? I think it's this size. Okay, yeah. Just like that. And we are going to remove the screws. Now, I don't need to mount this on a separate plate. I am going to mount it on this one. It's just to keep everything organized, because if I just keep it like this, something might happen. I don't know. I might not be able to finish today. So if it's mounted on the plate, it's better. Okay, and the first thing we need to do is transfer these four screws and tubing. Because you see, they don't fall out, because this is how it is. So the tubing is still good. So yeah, it's still healthy. I guess I'll just hold it like that and turn. Sometimes it's tight. This is one of those days. Now, when I mount these onto the new plate, I will not put the tubing, because as you can see, it can be a challenge to remove it. Okay. So for whatever reason, this one screw is... No, oh, it's cooperating now. Okay. Good. All right. So that's the pickguard we are going to be modifying. And here is the temporary pickguard. And I don't really need to tighten everything firmly. It's just in place. That's all I need, really. Now, I still don't know if I'm going to have to modify any of the wiring, because we already did a modification. We removed a push-pull. Was it a push-push? Push-push pot from here and installed a regular one. So I'm not sure if we need to modify anything else. We might have to rewire something. I don't know. All right. And the pickups. Like I said, I'm not going to put the tubing at all. I'm not even going to tighten anything too much. Maybe just a little more than this. Or maybe like that, yeah. So this is one of those things. The preparation, one of those projects, the preparation work is going to take longer than the actual work of cutting, because we need to prepare a template. As you can see, I'm preparing this thing, but we need to prepare a routing template. Now that's just going to be a one-time use routing template. I guess I could make it an actual template that, you know, might come in handy in the future, but I won't bother because that's quite a project. I just want to get this done. So we can improvise, which is what we're going to do. I have these plates that I cut out. So that's MDF, okay? And we have the pickguard here. And we are going to build a template around the pickup itself. So let me just do a dry run. So these go here and here. And then these go in the middle, right? And then we need a little space. So for space, we can use any kind of spacer, like a pick. And that's about it. Or maybe 2 picks. It's not critical. We just want to have a little space. And then this is going to be here. So I cut these in 2 different sizes, narrow and a little bit wider. So let me check which is which. So this is the one that's a little wider, and this one too. Okay. So we'll use these here and here. And we are going to glue these onto the pick guard. And then I'm going to remove the pickup. So this is not in the right position just yet, right? So it's going to be the right spot. It's going to be glued temporarily. And then we are going to use this route a bit here. This one here, okay? So this is a stack of ball bearings, and they ride on the MDF, and then the cutter is routing out the material. Now there's a challenge here because the diameter of this, or the radius, is much bigger than the radius of this corner. So I have an idea how we are going to deal with this, but let's talk about this when we get there. So first we need to prepare this plate. And to prep the plate, I am going to use this tape. Let's put this here. I am simply going to put some tape on it. We are going to basically make a double-sided tape kind of situation. So this goes, for example, here. So we don't have much support on this side, but we work with what we have. Like that, okay? And now I need to put some tape here. So these two plates are going to be glued onto this tape like that. Well, I'm actually going to put tape on the plates as well. Glued onto this. And then we'll find the right position for the pickup. And I'm sorry, that's the little one. Okay. And then we'll put one of those plates here and another one here. Just like that. And we are going to open up this space. So now I just need to put some tape here. Let me see. Yeah. I'd like to avoid overlapping, but I don't want to have super glue squeeze out on the pick guard. So let's do it this way this time. And this one goes here. Maybe. Okay, this should be good. So technically this is at two different heights, obviously. But I think it will work. All right. Now we need to prep these. Like that. All right. And this one. And then we'll prep these as well. So we are going to use medium viscosity super glue for this. It's the number 20 StewMac, if you are buying from StewMac. If not, it's just medium viscosity. Yeah, so these two plates are prepped. And let's prep these two as well. Let me think. So they go here. So we only need tape here. So I'm going to just do this. So I know there's a little height discrepancy here, but for this project, it makes no difference. Okay, so now this is all good to go. I don't need the tape anymore, but I do need maybe a backing plate for the project. Yeah, I wish I had a better plate, but we'll just use this. Okay. So this is, that's that. Now let's prep the glue here. We'll use a Q-tip. Let me check something. So what I'm doing is, I wonder if we can use this opening. I will never use this again. This was for a project that was special, parts caster. So I'm not worried about damaging this. So this is what I'll do. I am going to actually use this plate to mount this on. And here we have this opening for the cutting wheel to, I'm sorry, for the router bit to kind of like go past this point and not damage the workbench. Yeah, I like this. All right, so maybe I tape this down. Just so it doesn't move. Oh, we can tape it down like that as well. See, I didn't even think of this before. But it's actually a good thing. And here maybe. I could have done a better job, and I wonder if I should reposition it, and I think I should. So this is the nature of live streams. Everything is happening in real time without the editing. So you get to see everything, including my mistakes. Because I'm just thinking through this project on the go, right? Okay, like that, just to secure it against the plate. And I'm gonna wrap another piece here around. So you can see this. This is what I want. Little space. Now it's gonna route out these corners, but I don't care. Like I said, I am never going to use this plate again. This was made for one project and it will never be used again. And now I'm still going to put some tape here. And here as well. Like that. Okay. So this isn't going to move anywhere. And now we can start mounting these plates. So this plate needs to be parallel to this line, 100%. And where's that humbucker here? So the humbucker doesn't fit through. So we need to enlarge it. Let me see. I could just eyeball it like that. Or I could use maybe this stirring stick. I like that. And this way, I am aligning it against this line exactly. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. So we need a Q-tip. And I'm just going to put some glue here or here and mount it. This is the super glue. This actually isn't StewMac. It's from a bigger container. I transfer in smaller containers for the workbench. But it's the same as the StewMac number 20. always make sure not to spill it. It would be good if I had some kind of mat now, but I don't. All right, so it is what it is. You can also use the thick one for this. Both would work. I just don't want to use the thin. Yeah, where do I put the... All right, like I said, I'm going to use that stirring stick. So I just place it here. And I can go up and down, left and right a little bit. Put the stirring stick against this edge. And now check it so it looks okay visually. And maybe I take this pickup. It's a little too far away from the edge. So now I'm just eyeballing it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I like this better. Okay, so we want this to be completely solid before we work on the other side, I think. All right, so I'm just pushing it down. That's it. So this just takes a minute. I'm not using accelerator, as you can see. So I'm just letting the super glue do its thing. So I was going to use picks as spacers, but I changed my mind. Happens all the time. Looks good. And I'm just kind of checking. We just need to have enough space for the pickup to kind of slide through the space. That's it. Okay. And here on the other side, we'll have how much space? How about this much? Let's see. Oh, that's perfect, because the other side looks about the same. Just a small, fine edge exposed, just like on this side. All right, so I guess we can start working on this one. Oh, so in this case, because we have nothing to lean against here, we're going to put the glue on the pickguard instead. So let's just make a rough outline of this so we know where to put the glue. Right, so we have a little space here and here. So we need to be careful when we put the router against this, because we don't want it to move. Now, it doesn't hurt if I put some glue here, but it's not likely to not do much. Now I got some glue on my workbench, what I was trying to avoid. So again, I'm just eyeballing it now. And let me just check. Yeah. This is just the right amount of space. It's, you know, it looks elegant if there's not a whole bunch of space around the pickup. Just enough, right? Not too much. Sometimes, actually, now that I'm thinking, sometimes you might need more space if you need to use a bigger radius, yeah. Okay, but like I said, I have an idea that might work, that should work. And even if this turns out to be too small, we can always redo it, expand it a little bit in both directions. Okay, we're gonna start putting these down here and here. So if I just eyeball it, let me see. So same thing, just a little bit will be enough. Perfect. And if I squeeze them together, let me see what we get. Okay. So I have a visual idea how much I need to remove. Now for this one, I want to put another piece of tape here. Like that. Okay, because I have this tape here. And let's just put some glue. Okay. Same thing. I'm eyeballing it. And before we do any routing, I'm going to check if the pickup fits through, obviously. Okay. We can work on the other side. Now, it would be good to have something here. Okay. Not sure if those two picks are add up to the right height or not, but okay, so as it's solidifying, let's see if this fits through. It does. Okay, so this is good. I guess I can put some tape here. And here. Okay. And now I can place something heavy on top. All right. And now I can take a short break just to make sure that the glue does its thing. So Dr. Styrene Builds says, I'm always late to the party. Well, I got news for you. I don't know if you know, but there's a Guitar Quackery Instagram account now. Instagram, where is it? Here. Okay, so that's the Instagram. So I make, so one reason why I have Instagram now is to make an announcement like this one, announcing the live stream. So this was the announcement for this live stream that you're watching. And today I made also an announcement about this upcoming live stream as I was crossing the Manhattan Bridge into Manhattan. And then what happened was I had an issue. I had a flat tire, so I posted about that as well. So if you see here, I show you the flat tire right there. Okay, so I said there was going to be a delay. So here's the idea. Because I can't schedule my live streams, you can only get the notification as it's happening, as it's already happening, which means you will always miss the beginning. So now, if you follow Guitar Quacker on Instagram, you will get a notification ahead of time, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes ahead of time. And then you can kind of plan your activities around that if you really want to tune in. Now, it's not mandatory, but I think it's a good idea if you want to follow. Not only that, I have other ideas. So I'm still developing the ideas in my head. I want to make the Instagram kind of unique in some ways. Now, honestly, I'm not sure how unique it's going to be because I never followed anyone on Instagram, so I don't even really know how the whole thing works. I'm just learning. There's some super glue inside of this container now. I just noticed from that Q-tip. But we have work to do. I need to prep the router. So why don't we do that? Here we have, so this is this here. This can just stay there. I'm going to use this, that's 3/8 of an inch router bit. Yeah, I know Europeans love those measurements. 3/8 of an inch, I think. Yeah, 3/8. And I have a wrench. And this is the router. So here, I need to remove this. This is an actual router bit there that can cut if I turn this on. It turns, right? So because there's a battery here. So if you use any cordless router, remove the battery before you do this. And there's a button here. And now I just release this thing. Remove this router bit and put this one in. Okay. And now we can put the battery back. And we can adjust the height. So I'm just going to use another piece of MDF like this one and adjust the height against it. This is not going to be a precision situation because it doesn't need to be. Like that. And let me see. So here it's adjusted to where the tip of the router bit, you see I'm touching it, but there's a battery here, right? The tip of the router bit is not even going to be kissing the surface, right? Because we mounted the pick guard on this plate, so I'm just taking these measurements now. So that's fine. Although this is fluffy, so it might actually do that, which means I need to put a plate underneath. So let's find something. What do we have? Some kind of hard surface. I don't know. Cardboard. How about that? Are you putting a toilet pickup in it? It's going to be a Shore humbucker. This thing. Where is it? Here. So, this one. Okay, in bridge position. It had a humbucker there. It had this one. So if you missed the beginning, this had rounded corners through the pick guard, and this has, much smaller radius, and also it is bigger in all directions than this was. So this doesn't even fit through, and I can't use this. Again, I'm repeating from earlier. This is a humbucker pick guard cutout, a rounding template, but they come in different sizes, right? So this doesn't go through. So we had to make one, right? Because I didn't want to buy another one for this or make a template, so we are doing it this way. Now, like I said, the radius of the router bit that I'm using, so this is 3/8 diameter, so it's 3/16 radius, but the radius for the humbucker corners is much smaller. I don't know what it is, but let's take a measurement and then we can kind of estimate it and make it a little bit bigger, a slightly larger radius because the opening is slightly larger, right? Okay, so this is a caliper. Now, we should measure in not millimeters, but decimal inches. I'll tell you why. And how should we measure this? I'm going to put this against this. Like that. How about that? Okay. And I'll measure. So let me open this, release this thing. I'll measure from here. Oh, I see. To about here. Okay. And that's 0.09. Okay. So there's going to be radius. So the diameter is going to be 0.180. 0.180. Let's remember that. 0.180. And then the drill bit that I need to use is going to be slightly larger than that. And I have a set of drill bits here in all sizes. in inches, which is why I use that thing in inches, okay? So 0.180, let's see what we have that's bigger than that. Okay. So these are the fractional drill bits. Now, as you can see, we have here the number 15 is 0.180. And the one bigger than that is 0.182. So maybe we can use this one, or maybe 0.185. Yeah, I'm going to use 0.185. Okay, this one. All right. So this is a really great set of all sizes in inches. I am going to buy one in metric sizes at some point. But this is all I found on Amazon. Amazon USA only had the imperial sizes. I think this is good now. All right. So let's have a look. Let's put this away. So at this point, I still don't know if I'm going to do it the way that I think I might do it, right? Which is using the drill bit that I'm talking about. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking through the whole thing. And I guess you guys are helping me think. All right. So let's put this here. So that's the drill bit. So one way of doing this, in theory, would be to route it out first, and then kind of file those corners with a rasp, like or a file, like a rat tail file. A rat tail file is a round file, right? Or we could do this instead. Where's my phone? Oh yeah, I was showing Instagram, but you know, I'm using my switcher on the phone. Or we could do this instead. So with the tip, obviously, but I'm going to show it with the back. First, drill through here, all corners, and then do some routing, do the routing, and then after that, just file off the little leftover little points that are going to be there. I guess it's a good idea to put this here. Doesn't hurt. And let me do this. I'll put some cardboard here. Yeah. So when we drill through a material, we really need a backing. So I don't have one there now. So we're just going to try to do it without. So I guess we're doing it this way. This has 2 speeds. We want to use the lower speed. And we're going to set the torque to drill bit torque. And we can do it slowly like that. And we can also reverse and back up. Because these pointy flutes, those are called flutes. It's a 2-flute drill bit. So the little points can grab onto the material and then spin the whole workpiece. So at some point, we might need to reverse it to kind of knock down the corners on the workpiece, and then do it clockwise again, right? So we'll see. I guess we'll see soon. I do have an auxiliary light. Would be a good idea to use it. So let me just set this up first. Not only for the cameras, but also so I can see what I'm doing. So as you can tell, I kind of slowed down now because I don't want to make a mistake. Now we're cutting, we're drilling. Okay. Let me zoom in all the way. This looks good. Okay, so here's the idea. Now, the drill bit is mounted here. Let me see. Let me show you. So I'm going to reverse first. So as I'm spinning it in reverse, I am pushing down so that the point of the drill bit makes a little dimple, hopefully. And I'm also pushing this against the corners, the two edges, the corner edges. The edges, plural, of the corner, singular. Okay, and now I'm gonna go clockwise just a little bit and reverse. Let's see what we got. We have a dimple right there inside. I don't know if it shows. There's a dimple right here. I hate this, you know, because I only have one workpiece. So the key is not to push down too hard and not to spin it too fast either. Okay, let's check. I think it's good. So how fast should you spin? How hard should we push down? I'm just using my instincts and intuition. I have no clue. But now I'm feeling a problem here. Because we have this open space here, it wants to throw the drill bit in this direction away from the corner. Yeah, okay. So see what I'm doing now? I'm milling the edge with the edge. Okay, because these flutes are also sharp on the side, so they cut sideways. And I'm pushing the drill bit in this direction, okay? Which now brings into question, is this the best technique? I don't know. I don't have a laser cutter. That's the problem. Okay, so it's time to clean up. I'm just going to vacuum. So this is sticking to my hands because of the static. Got my vacuum here. Okay, and I just noticed, so the vacuum cleaner is battery powered, and the battery is almost depleted. So let's put it on the charger, which is right here. Okay, so bear with me. I'll go off screen for a moment. All right, let me just plug it in. Okay. And the guitar is here, by the way. I think this is a good approach. So all I'm doing now is I just turned it in this direction so that I can work on this corner here. I will do the exact same thing. Counterclockwise. Now, since I already have experience with one, I kind of know what to expect, how much to push, how fast to spin. Okay. I don't need to say that, state the obvious, that we're past the point of no return. We're obviously committed to this job now. Okay. And now this one. I think I will need to make some adjustment with a little file. This last one went quickly. Okay. So I gave the battery a little charge here. I think that's enough for the quick cleanup here. I was right about the battery, but let's put it back on the charger. Jan Raptor. Hello, Jan Raptor. Yeah. One day I'll tell you a story, but I'll discuss it with the person of the story first, the person that's in the story, okay? Yeah, if it involves a real person, I need to have permission to discuss. Okay, because every story has, well, you know, maybe some secrets, and we don't want to assume anything. It's a, you know, it's a nice story, but, you know, it's a personal story. So we respect the personal part of the personal story. And because I'm not telling you the story today, that is a good reason to come back. All right. So let's focus on the job. We have the router. Let me do a dry run. Okay, so the router goes here, right? And it's basically going to shave off this edge here. Now the corner is already rounded off, right? And like I said, it's got the little point like that. So that point is going to become even smaller. And hopefully it will work, okay? It's not the first time I use a router, okay? Please. So, I wonder, I want to give you a good camera angle. So I'm sure you know that this, yeah, this is a repair shop, guitar repair shop, but it's more than a guitar repair shop. It's a YouTube studio. So we think of camera angles as well. I think this looks good. Look at that. And it's also an educational channel, obviously. This is education. Ready? I always slow down before I use any power tools that cut. You know, I've had kickbacks. I almost cut off my fingers many times. My hand. So, yeah, always slow down, think through, and then push the button. So, the router fits inside of this. Now, like I said, before we do any cutting, let's make sure one more time that the pickup fits through. It does. There's a little slack. It's good, right? You can see this. That's what we want, okay? And now we put the router here. And you can kind of see on the inside where it's going to be cutting. And I think I can raise the camera a little bit more. And tilt. So you can see the ball bearings. That's... yeah, this is now a good view, okay? And I am going to, so I move it away from the cutting, the edge that I'm cutting, and I turn on the router. So you see, that's a safety feature. You pull it instead of pushing, right? And you push it quickly to turn it off. Okay, so I want to inspect this, and I like what I'm seeing, but now I need to vacuum all the junk out, okay? Because it's in the way. Dr. Jeffrey Boyle is in the house. Hello, doctor. So the reason why I need to vacuum is because I have some of these shavings stuck to the side of the template, which basically throws off the template, right? Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to go all around this time. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, I remove it once it stops spinning completely, and we vacuum. So you see these shavings, they get stuck to the side of the template, which means we're not cutting exactly, we're not really hugging the template as we should when we're cutting. Which is why we need to do another pass now that I cleaned up the sides of the template. I know I shouldn't be touching the cutter when the battery is plugged, but I live dangerously. Okay. And you see, we have more shavings. Okay, so far, I think we're making good progress. Next, let's just test it with the pickup. So now the pickup should fit all the way through. All right, so let's unwrap this wire. I'll show you. Right, from here and here. And you see, it fits all the way through the pick guard. Okay, so now we can, I just want to check before I remove, but technically we can remove the template. Should we, or should we first file off the, you know, I think it might be a good idea to just first hit it with a little jeweler's files. So you just have to kind of use your imagination. I can't really show you a good angle, but I am, yeah, I think I can show you a good angle. This is what I'm doing. Yeah, look at that. All right, so with the file, I go against this edge, and we just take off those little corners. Okay? So I'm happy about the corners because clearly the pickup fits all the way through. And here, okay, I'm holding this up in the air. Should do it this way. And, you know, the technique is to not push down too much. I'm just basically kissing this edge. Mm-hmm. You know what? I think we're good. Let's put this here. See what we got. So here we have the super glue, right? All right, and we just peel off the whole thing. And then we can mount the pickup. Oh, we still need to drill one hole. I'll show you. God damn it. Why do we have residue here? Hi. Time to put the gloves on and use a toxic chemical. So I've used this tape before with super glue on even on a super expensive guitar. The super glue did not go through the tape. I don't know what I'm seeing there. I hope it's not super glue. But this is what I'm seeing. And we need to remove this now. Toxic chemical. Oh. No more toxic chemical left. I have some more here. We need to buy some more. So, I don't like to say what this is because anyone could be watching these videos, including kids. And, you know, I just think as adults, we need to be responsible and think about that. So it's toxic, right? It should be used with adult supervision, but you know how kids are. Okay, it's coming off. As it should. So I wish that this pickguard had, you know, that factory protection on it, which I often see on guitars, customer-owned guitars. They never remove it, but on this one it's been removed. So. Yeah, I'm gonna go through a lot of tissue now. Okay, but it's coming off. That's good. I was already worried. Because I definitely don't want to get super glue on this pickguard. I was worried that maybe the super glue somehow seeped through. There was definitely some kind of chemical reaction that released the glue from the tape, from the bottom of the tape, and now that's what's stuck on the pickguard here. But I already removed it from here and here, so it is coming off. I just need to use a fresh piece like this one. came off. There's more here. So these pick guards, they're made out of acrylic. I do have an acrylic buffing compound. It's a 3-part thing. So if anything happens, which I hope isn't the case, I can buff everything out. The only problem is it's a separate project then, which I do mind doing, because I don't like doing it. So last time I used this yellow tape with this technique was on a really expensive guitar. I was doing a modification, conversion to a Floyd Rose. I didn't have this problem. So what changed? The only thing that changed was the surface onto which I mounted the yellow tape. So this is acrylic, and the other surface was basically a poly finish on a guitar. Okay. You need to use a fresh piece of paper towel to remove the glue residue, because the first pass is just melting and spreading, right? So here I'm just melting and spreading. Fresh piece, wipe it off. Okay. I guess it's okay. I do need to do a little touch-up with a file. Now that it's opened up, I can see better. Yeah. On the inside, it's got the shielding, so that didn't cut. I don't have a good cut on the shielding. It's all kind of shredded. All right, so now I'll put this away because I don't like to inhale it. And let's have a look. So here's the issue that we need to address. One hole, two holes. And that's because the old pickup was one of those, right? So here, one hole was used, and here two holes were used. That is a good system, but this pickup only has one hole on each side. So when you put it through, this hole aligns well with this, I think, I hope. And now we need to put one hole in between here. Yeah, it'll work. So what I want to do is just draw a line maybe with this between these two holes. I'm just going to eyeball it. So not kind of, centered. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Let me check. Yeah, that's good. And now let me check this. So when I align this hole, yeah, I see the line through the center of this hole. Okay. You're just going to have to trust me, right? I'm not going to change the camera angle for this. And now I am going to measure the distance between these two holes and then punch a hole in the middle. Simple. Let's do this in millimeters. So from these two edges, okay, we got 9.72, okay? So, so 70 would be 35 plus 1, then that's 36. So it's going to be 4.5, and then that 5 plus 36, 4.86. That's it. Okay, 4.86, like that. And I go from this edge, kind of punch a hole here, and I just verify from the other edge, and it did hit the same spot. Okay, and now I'm going to drill through. And once again, I need my fractional drill bits, which did I put them away? Oh, I put them over there. So let's clear this. Okay, are you being entertained? Dr. Buddy Davies here. Which jobs we're doing, it's worth doing well. Yeah, if it's a jobs worth doing, it's worth doing well. And HRH says, excellent work, doctor. Thank you very much. So I do have a work mess on the workbench. Oh, one more safety thing. It's always a good idea to do what I forgot to do. So if we leave the cutting tool on the router bit on the router, just raise this up, okay, so that it's you know, below the surface, just in case, right? Now, I'm going to measure these holes using drill bits, whatever fits through, and then I'm going to match the hole on the other side, right? That's an easy way to do this. Now, I do have a punch somewhere, but I'll just do this for now. So I have this marked off here. Where is it? Here. Okay, right? Yeah. That's where we'll drill it. Right. Fractional drill bits are here. I'm just gonna kind of guess. Just take perhaps this one. It fits through. Next one, bigger one. Still fits barely. Let's see the next one. Does not fit. Okay, so I know the size now. But I will first drill a pilot hole with a smaller one. How about this one, little one? Okay. So that's a really tiny one. Oh, actually it's so small, it falls out of the chuck. So that's not gonna work. I need to use a bigger one. All right. I didn't know that. I haven't used those little ones just yet. How about, I'm just guessing, this one is still very small. Ah, it'll work. Oh. Yeah, right here. So it fits inside of that little dimple that I made. So now I go counterclockwise first as I push down. Maybe speed up a bit. When I feel that it's no longer going to drift away, I change direction. I start slow and I check. Is it fine? It looks like it's a little bit north of the line. So I'm just going to adjust it. I'm just going to tilt it this way. Where are we? That's fine. Okay, and now we can take the bigger one and drill through. Check. Looks good. Okay, push it against the plate. And drill into the plate. You saw that, right? And we're good. This is good. Now, let's put these two drill bits away. And now let's test the holes to see if they're the right size for the screws that were provided with this pickup. So I assume the screws are inside. Yeah. They should be good, but you never know. I think these screws basically come in two different sizes, metric and imperial. So, yeah, perfect. All right, so we made some progress. So let's put this away. You know what? Why don't we just clean up a little bit? Yeah, I think it's time to clean up. I don't need the auxiliary light anymore anyway. So I guess our friends just finished a rehearsal here. Yeah, maybe we need a little more light from here. Okay. So I still need to clean up the pick guard a little bit, which I will do. But I just want to see how this mounts now, okay? So we have the pick guard here. We have the pickup here. And we have the screws. And we have the springs. Like that. So Phillips head. This one. Sometimes you can put these springs like this, sometimes not. Let's just see. This time, nah. All right, so I need these. Alligator clips. Oh, come on. Mm-hmm. That's it. Almost. Okay, stay put, please. Looks like this alligator clip is stronger than this one. to see if it looks okay. Yeah. This is it. This is what the customer wanted. So now we have this situation, right? Okay. Like I said, I need to clean up a little more. This pickguard, I can still see some residue. I think I can do it with the pickup on. I don't see why not. Let me see. Should we continue streaming or should we take a break? 1 hour, 42 minutes and 37 seconds so far. Let's see, we have an audience. We have the thing going. 6 people watching, 9 likes. Okay, but some people left. Yeah. Let's continue. I think we can reassemble it at least. Okay. Just like that. The thing is, as I rub this, now I'm realizing it builds up the static electricity, so it picks up all kinds of dirt. Right. The pickguard is all scratched up from, you know, play wear. Okay. Now where's the other pickguard? Where I put it? Right over here. We just reverse the process. I remove all this. All right. It's self-explanatory. I don't need to explain what I'm doing. You can see. Plus, I kind of don't even feel like talking right now. So that's the thing with these live streams. You know, some people walk into a room and they just talk and talk and talk and talk. I'm not like that. And so maybe live streaming isn't for me. Or maybe I need someone else to work with me, which happens sometimes, right? Sometimes I do have someone else working with me. And then we kind of talk together. But I am talking to myself. I mean, I guess I know you're experiencing it as if I'm talking to you, which I am, but there's no feedback here except the chats. It's cross-threading. I'll deal with it in a minute. All right, this one. All right, now it's good. And these two babies. Oh, now we want to put the tubing back. Yeah, I almost forgot. So here's the tubing. So we actually need to put it back first. I should have put it back before installing the humbucker, but I wasn't thinking. All right, 2 more. See, now I just said something. I said 2 more. I mean, kind of meaningless. You can see. And now I guess I would say 1 more, which clearly you can see without me saying it. And I could say, and now I'm done with that. And now I need to mount the pickups. So I hope that these 2 pickups work well together. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes people bring pickups. They don't really work well together. I have no way of knowing. A little contamination here. And here as well. Looks like maybe steel wool, which didn't come from here since there's no steel wool here at all. All right, look at that. And all that remains to be done to this pickguard is to connect the humbucker back to the circuit. Not back to the, you know, to connect the humbucker to the circuit. So, So I don't like these stiff lead wires coming from these humbuckers. I don't like when there's flimsy wires and stiff wires mixed together. What am I looking for? This, no, is it this one? No, it's this one. There, okay. So now, here. I need to try to remember where everything goes. Now, two of them need to be together, the red and the white. I already looked that up online because guess what? This came with 0 instructions. Thank you for that, sure. So, and then we have the green needs to go together with, we have a close-up camera here. So, red and white together, green and green together, and then we have black. So now we're gonna have to cut this short, right? And this is where this should be connected, black one. And then the green one should be connected to ground. Now look at these solder joints, factory solder joints. I guess they're factory. Or maybe these are not the original pickups, because this looks like a mess to me. And then this is the output jack. So we are going to test the circuit before we cut the wires. That's why we have this, and that's why we have jumper cables. Sorry. I got him. All right. What are we doing? Here we have an output jack like that for testing. Green is ground. So we're just gonna connect it to ground anywhere. Ground. Let me see. Here, how about here? That's ground. All right. Now, yellow is output signal from the volume pot. Here. That's connected. And now we're going to connect black to ground somewhere. How about here? And we're going to connect this to this. And now that's already connected like this. I did this off camera. Black to ground and yellow to signal here. Okay. So that's now all wired the way I think it should be wired. And now we carefully flip it. Now, we might be shorting something out, but I'm going to try not to. Okay, can I put this like that? Yeah, right. Right, that's fine. And we have this output jack. And now we are going to test this circuit. So to test the circuit, I'm going to take a cable. I have an amp. You probably won't hear it too well because I'm using a headset dynamic microphone, which cuts out a lot of the background noise, because I work in I rent this space from the rehearsal studio, and so they are sometimes loud. But yeah, so I will hear it, obviously. Maybe you will hear it as well. So I'm just going to take a piece of ferrous metal and tap. So here we are in humbucker position. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I hear this, nothing here. Humbucker. And this. Nothing this. Nothing here. Nothing. Ah, middle position isn't working. Why not? This position. Or is this a blend here? Hold on. You know what? This was wired up with a push-pull for coil splitting and stuff. And I think that we need to rewire the whole thing. I don't think we need this kind of switch here. And I don't think we need the dual gang potentiometer here. I mean, I could study the circuit, or I could just rewire the whole thing. This one this one is, look at that, disconnected from here. So this whole thing has been rewired before, because I don't believe that these are factory, whatchamacallit, solder joints. So this came off of this. It just came off. I think it was connected to this. So I need a jumper. So okay. Like that. Okay, so that's connected. And let's see. Still nothing. But not even the middle pickup. Yeah, you know, I don't see why we need this type of switch for this simplified circuit with only one pot here without the coil splitting. Unless, did I mess this up? Uh-huh. No, it's making noise. What about this now? Okay, that's it. Okay, I figured this out. So this is the output. This is where the... Okay, I got it. Okay. So this is where the pickup is connected to. Yeah, actually that makes sense. Yeah. And the output is, yeah, now I can see that. Totally. Okay. And you know what? I still have pictures that I saved on my phone from the original wiring. Oh, look, some calls came in because my thing is silent, silenced. Even a voicemail. Something about an Arabic instrument sounds interesting, but I can't. I'm gonna just text them back. I do my copy and paste. Copy. Copy. Just a minute. Right. So you are watching me here at work. It's an active business. So I need to do this. And paste. And this goes out to the customer, potential customer. Hello, it appears that you called the Guitar Quackery helpline. I'm either on the phone or working on a guitar. To get a reply, please text back to this number with the following information. Your full name, make and model of the guitar, brief reason for your call. Brief reason. Please note that because of an overwhelming demand for services, I will only be able to reply to callers who provide all the information as requested. Thank you very much. Right? That's my copy and pasting. Another text message came in. Pivot, and another text message came in. And I'm sorry for getting back to you just now. What's been going on? I've been busy schedule. So somebody needs to pick up a guitar, right? I was hoping to pick up the guitar early this week, but it looks like I'll have to push it to Friday or this weekend. I will reply to this later. Okay. That's another guitar. Now I'm thinking of this guitar. Oh, let's start warming up the soldering iron. And then another guitar was dropped off without an appointment. Sometimes that happens. People don't know. Although this guy asked me a few times here, because he rehearses here. And I kept telling him, you need to book an appointment, you need to book an, okay. And then he texts me, hey, I dropped off a guitar. I said, okay, so now you need to book a Zoom appointment for an assessment. Because I'm not going to look at the guitar until he books an appointment and pays for the appointment. And he still hasn't done it. I don't look at guitars for free. Same way doctors don't look at you for free. What's the first thing a doctor or, you know, the receptionist asks? Do you have insurance? Which is the same as, do you have any money? Let's put this away. Yeah, I feel this has been rewired. Okay, I don't believe that this is factory wiring. It's too messy. Oh, not even Fender. Okay, I mean, look at this. These wires are too long. This is just too messy. Can't leave it like this. I can't even see through this rat's nest of wires. You know, I'm always nervous cutting these so close to these little wires. What are called zip ties. Let's take a chance. Okay. All right, so this goes from here to here. Look at that. From here to here. We're gonna shorten these because it can't work. Okay, so what did we say? This is the output jack. Okay, I can remove all the jumper cables. Now, obviously, you know, with these things, I can never give any guarantees of what the guitar is going to sound like. If people want to change the pickups. Oh man, this stiff wire is really annoying. Okay. All right. So this is the ground. Okay, so I think I need to restore this one first. Okay, that's good. And now, what was this? This is where the pickup is connected, right? And then that's the output. So we don't need to worry about these just now. What I want to do is I want to deal with this rat's nest of wires. So this I'm going to simply remove from here. Yeah, I know this is a lead-free solder, which I hate. High temperature. Nice to like heat up all your components, overheat. So to lower the melting point, I add this leaded wire. I mean, yeah. So this one. Oh man. And this from here. Again, just to lower the melting point. Okay. Okay, so that's the bridge. I'm sorry, the neck pickup. And the way I'll do it is I'm going to utilize this label that's already there. So first let's cut this. And we're going to tuck it in like this, all of it. Okay. And now this green one, I'm just going to disconnect. Okay. You know, I think we should just rewire the whole thing. I don't need this and this switch. All right, and now we have this wire that I cut off. We're going to find exactly which gauge it is. Yeah, it looks like it's a 28 gauge. So strip it here. Oh, let's try this one. No, it isn't. It's the 28. Okay. Which one is this? This one. Needs to be connected to this. I think it's a little too long, the way I stripped it. Soldering takes a long time. All right. I need to clean up this paint. No good. It's too long anyway. So it is a bit too long. I hate working with these miniature wires that don't belong in guitars. Oh, come on. It went right through the hole. How long does it take to cool off? Come on. Ah! So fortunately, I still have enough length left. These things don't belong in a guitar. Wires like this. So we hold it until it's completely solid. Okay, finally. Come on. And now this one. Here, it's still too long. Cut it here. You don't want to have super long wires inside of a guitar. Okay. It's gonna have to go here. Nah, it's not good. I'm gonna put some good solder here. I'll go through. Okay. All right. And now I connect the two green wires to ground. So I'll twist them both together first. Melt some solder. They're right here. Okay. And then connect them both here. So let's melt this. Let's put them here. That's it. All right, so that's connected. Like I said, the pickup needs to be connected to this. So now, this is way too long. Let's say we can stuff it here. So we have a little bit of extra length, just in case. Then we can cut it. Or maybe we can even come this way around. You know, I kind of want to look at the cavity. This is the guitar. It's a Strat. US Strat. Oh yeah, plenty of space. All right, cool. Let me think. Okay. So I think I can go this way, and then kind of cut it here, so that, and here maybe I expose the little wires, and then sorry, what did I say this was? Output jack. So one of them should be connected down there. There's no reason to couple it. Oh, I remember. I was going to look at the pictures, because I did take pictures. That's why I was looking at the phone before, and then I saw that calls came in. Pictures. I think those are it. Yep. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So I won't show you this. I'm just looking at the wires, how they were connected. I think we're good. So what are we doing here? Okay, so we have this. So this is ground. Then we have the whole output jack connection to the output jack. Where's the output jack? I guess the output jack must be here. I didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention to that. Oh yeah, the output jack is here. Yeah, the wires are here. Yeah. Okay. Red and green. And yes, exactly. All right. I'm good. All right. I know how everything needs to be connected. Well, we already tested it. I just confirmed that it is in fact that way. So first thing I want to do is this. I want to remove this wire here, which is not needed, because I just want to connect the pickup straight there. Now I want to remove it without melting any of these wires that are going to be dangerously close to the soldering iron. And again, we have that high temperature solder down there. Stupid. There. We just removed that annoying wire. And we just lowered the melting point of that solder. So once again, let's have a look at this. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Look at that. All right. So let's cut it right around here. And now we want to remove this. So I do have these wire strippers. I kind of never really trust them, but this is why we have these pieces, so we can test first. So, oh, this is even smaller. It's not going to work. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so this actually worked like that. On this one. That's fine. Okay, didn't damage anything. And now we need to peel this off. And then we deal with the wires inside, on the inside. So we are going to do this, how? Well, let's first do it here. So one of the reasons why I looped it like this, if I damage anything here, we actually have a lot of extra length to work with. So I just remove this. I'm going to cut it here now. There you go. And let's hope it didn't damage the little wire on the inside. First check here. Come on, this is annoying. Okay, let's examine the wires. The green one's good. Black one's good. Okay, they're all good. So the green and the bare, they will be twisted together and connected to ground. I feel that I should, let me see. No, that's good. All right. Like that. So they will be connected together. These two will be connected together. Let's do this right away. Mm-hmm. Okay. We need some shrink tubing, and we need the heat gun, which is right here. Hey friends, 10 viewers. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So, Dr. Audio Murphy says, we have ways to make you talk, okay? And Dr. Gabriel Loeb says, I'm new to the guitar playing, to guitar playing, and I just bought my first guitar. When it arrives, do I need to send it to someone to get it regulated, or does it come ready to play? It's a Squire debut telly. It's going to depend on the guitar. That's the answer. $21.21. Someone just ran into the store like a thief. Am I good on audio? Yeah. What do you mean? And then Audio Murphy says, Gabe, each guitar is unique, but you need to spend hundreds of dollars for a mere set. Audio Murphy, but you should have it checked out, and made playable to your liking. Cows are for milking, not customers. Moo. Oh. All right. Heat gun. Okay, so we have some shrink tubing. I'm going to use this small piece for the red and white. Maybe I cut it right around here. Goes here. That's that. And now it's going to shrink it. That's a heat gun. Okay, that's it. Now, the two wires, the green and black, I'm sorry, not black, and bare will be together. Why don't they just connect them together to begin with is beyond me. Just to mess with you. So I'm simply going to do this and twist them together all the way. And once again, we find a piece of tubing that's the right length, maybe this one. Just about right, okay? And that's because we don't want that piece of bare wire to touch something. I don't know what, but you know, whatever. Precaution. And it shrinks it. And that's going to be soldered to this. And then we have this one, which is going to be soldered all the way down there. So let's expose the tip. Put some solder. See, now this is so stiff and this is so soft. It's a really uncomfortable transition for me or for anyone. It's too long. So I'm just gonna, it's not gonna show on camera, but I think you know what I'm doing. I'm just soldering it down to the volume pot right there. Not good. I don't want to melt the surrounding wires. Okay. I'm just holding it until it cools off completely. And I'm going to check it. No, it's not good. I think I might need to do it this way. So I can push it against this thing. Yeah, that's it. Okay. That's that. Now, I'm going to connect this here. So what do we have? This here, connected here to this thing. Okay. So that's connected. And then we have the output jack connection, which is this, which I can wiggle out here. Like that. Now, we can put some tape around there. I don't like to use electrical tape because it doesn't age gracefully. Just going to use paper tape. I don't know if it's called paper tape, but whatever. It's like paper. Like, yeah, this. Okay. I think that looks good. So this goes to the output jack. This goes to the grounded control cavity. This is all good. And now we could test it again. So we need our output jack with the jumper cables. We just connect the green to ground right here, and this to this, making sure that it doesn't short out somewhere. So let's just go this way. That's it. All right. We got the cable. So everything now needs to work. If it doesn't, then I made a mistake. So let's start with this. Okay, this works. Okay. Okay. There should be just a middle pickup. There should be middle and this. Okay, it does work. Now, we can install it. I don't see why not. And let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Oh, I need to drink, because otherwise I get migraines. I talked about my migraines before on this channel. See, I forgot to drink today. I was saying I forgot to drink today. And I do have my water intake app, so let me log this. All right, I did have coffee this morning. I didn't log that. I forgot. But I did have it. And no, water. How much? Just this much. Not enough today yet. Okay. Let's see. Is this another text message? No. All right. So let's put it back together. Still going to need this. And we're going to need the screwdrivers. We don't need the auxiliary light. 9 of you watching. Oh, thank you for keeping me company. I'm sweating. Oh yeah, so today I had a little delay. So first I was doing some things at home. I was editing. Trying to get some editing done. Well, didn't finish anything. Hold on. This goes here. I had to do some other things. I had to make some calls. Calls. Not like calls. Not C-U-L-L, but C-A-L-L. Okay. That's the pick guard. Let's have a look. This is it. What the customer wanted. And it's wired up like that. So some of it, most of it is not my wiring, right? We know that. And even my wiring today is whatever. I just need to get this done. All right. We need the peg winder. So here are the output jack wires. This is the this is the for the claw. All right, and we need to loosen the strings. Yeah. Why don't I do this? Protect the guitar. Just because I'm soldering there. So we have this, and we have this. And we can connect these two together somewhere to ground. And this one we can couple up with this here and put some shrink tubing. Oh, I already put the shrink tubing away too soon. So we need maybe this size. Let's see. Is that the same size? No, it's not. Let's see. This looks good. Maybe a little too long. I already put away the yeah. So we want to keep the shrink tubing away from the heat. So I'm not loving this connection here. But I don't want to shorten the wires. Ah, it's hot. Oh, it's really tight. And you know what? It's so tight, I don't even need to shrink it. And here we have this and this together somehow soldered to this here. But we need to add a whole bunch of solder first. Let's work quickly. That's it. Okay. No more soldering, I hope. But we do have this connection. Now this was not well made. We already talked about this on the previous episode. But that's how they did it at the factory. They never do this the right way. Okay, so no more soldering. And now we put it together. Let's see. Is it going to fit this way? Or do I need to remove the strings completely? I don't want anything to scratch the guitar, obviously. Right now it isn't touching. Yeah, it's too tight. So I was holding this with my hand like this, so it doesn't scratch the guitar. It's just too tight. I don't like it. So I am going to remove at least a few of the strings. How about all of the strings? Still need to finish this nut. All right, that's it. Now we can install it. Oh yeah, it's one of those necks. Okay, it fits. All right, so now we need to put the screws back. Okay. So one wire is connected to the claw, right? Basically to the bridge, and that's the wire we soldered, obviously. All right, let's see. Which screwdriver? This one. So if it's a vintage guitar with corrosion on the screws, I will, you know, put them in order, put them back in the same order. But these all screws look the same. They're chrome plated. There's no reason to keep track of which one is which. They all look the same. So this is what the customer wanted. There you go. Now he gets it. I put it on one, but I don't go all the way down. Okay. And now I finish off with the screwdriver. So this has the protective film. Let's leave it there just for now. Put the switch tip back on. And volume and tone. Let me see. So these are knurled. Sometimes you just don't hit it right. Okay, that's good. All right, and now I can put the strings back on. I need to work on the nut. I need to finish the nut. So that's just going to be, I'm not going to do a live stream about that. I'm just going to do it. Because I've done more work on this guitar already. Non-wiring work. So I'm not documenting the whole thing, just the wiring work. Oh, come on. I believe these are still the sacrificial strings that I put on. I can't remember, I gotta look at my notes. That would make sense because I need to still work on the nut. So, which means we can't play the guitar just yet, but we can kind of test it. So I started a membership thing on my channel. I got nothing for the members just yet, but you got to start somehow, okay? So if anyone signs up for the membership now, they're not going to get a lot for their money, really, except that, you know, they're supporting the channel so that I can do this thing, this membership thing. But yeah, 3 levels of memberships I have now to start with. Level 1, early access. Now that's going to have some value when I put it together properly, because some early access will be a few days in advance, up to like a week. And some early access videos will stay in early access state for 6 months or a year. So, Marathon Operation Doctor, thank you. And Dr. Jeffrey Boyle says the customer is always right. Right about what? What kind of humbucker? Well, that was the Shore. This, whatever. This humbucker I installed. That's the humbucker I installed. Customer provided this, so that's what I installed. Oh, we should be able to plug it in, right? We should be able to hear something. What? Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's not very loud. So the action is very high right now. Yeah, because the nut is still very high. It's not very loud. Whatever. I'm a lousy guitar player. But, yeah, I think we got this done. It seems like it's not a very loud guitar. Yeah. I don't know. I connected everything the way it was. Well, I mean, I think the customer's watching still. I don't know, maybe. I don't know how it was before. Oh, that was just the humbucker. Yeah, not very loud. I hear some interference coming from somewhere. I know you can't hear it, but I can. You know, I'm all the way up. And, you know, that's now the neck pickup. It's a pickup that was always connected. On 5. Big difference between this guitar and this guitar. What is this, neck pickup? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the guitar was before. So the only test I can do is to remove the pick guard and just tap into the pickup directly. Like one of the pickups, just to kind of test the volume. I gotta sleep on this one. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Everything is connected the way it was. I just shortened some wires. And I installed a humbucker in the same place where the other humbucker was. And I removed the push-push pot. So I removed the switch and bypassed the switch. Obviously just went straight into the connection where this switch was doing coil splitting, removing one of the two coils from the old humbucker and then sending the final signal to here, to the volume pot. And now the humbucker just goes straight to here instead of going through a switch. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be loud enough. Okay, so I'm gonna work on the nut separately, and I am going to talk to the customer. And maybe I'll do some testing. So the only testing I can do is to remove the pick guard, which means I gotta remove the strings. Let's do it now. Because I'm not going to mess with this wiring anymore if this doesn't work. If I'm going to tap into one of the pickups, into, let's say, the neck pickup. And then if the neck pickup is really loud, I'm just going to suggest to do standard Strat wiring. I don't like this wiring. There's no reason why it should be wired like this if we have if we remove the push-push pot. Yeah. So plug in the soldering iron. Let me check my battery level on my microphone so sound doesn't cut off again. And let's do this. So what I'll do right now is a simple test. So which pickup should I do? Which one is this again? This is this. Yeah, so this one is here, just like I thought. Yeah, let's remove it. Is this hot enough? Probably not. All right. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to connect one of the jumpers to any ground connection. The black one. Although I can just connect it on the outside to a string, doesn't matter. And then this wire is going to be disconnected from here. Yeah, that's what we'll do, because we won't put the strings back on. Again, I'm melting some of this solder, which is low temperature, to lower the melting point of the other one. That's better. So, like that. Okay, and I'm just going to put a few screws. I'll put one here. See, and we thought we were done. Obviously not. Okay, and now we put strings back on. So you don't need to disconnect both wires from the circuit. If you disconnect one, the pickup is out of circuit completely. It doesn't matter what the other wire is connected to. Current does not go through that portion of the circuit. So these are locking tuners. So I guess that makes it easier in this case to completely remove the strings and put them back on. Okay. Oh, this string broke. Now we should already be able to test this. Yeah, what am I thinking? So all we need to do is this. This is ground, right? Switch tip. And this is the signal. And here we go. And now we move it here. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. And look now. Now, if we go here, this pickup. So something's wrong with the circuit. I'm going to recommend to just rewire this whole thing. I cannot study this circuit with this double switch, and I connected everything the way it was, but I don't know this circuit. I never got a schematic for it. I'm not going to mess with it. So he doesn't want to have a push part anymore, coil splitting. So if that's the case, we take everything out, we rewire the whole thing. That's going to be my recommendation. Something grounding out. Yeah, maybe. But how long is it going to take? I've rewired Strats. In fact, I just rewired 2 yesterday, I think. So is it going to take longer to figure this out without a schematic to, you know, trace all the wires and make a schematic and try to figure this out, or to just rewire it? Why do we need a 2-gang volume pot for this? So this was a different wiring altogether before, which we're not doing anymore. Yeah, I'll just talk to him. I think something is grounding out, yeah, through a resistor somehow. And like I said, I'm not interested. If this is going to work like a Strat without any coil splitting, then we wire it like a Strat. And that's that. It's simple. Keep it simple. All right. So that was the test. Sounds expensive, yeah. Buzz. So Jeffrey Boy says buzz. As in string buzz? Oh, okay. I don't know. Okay. I am tired. This has been on one of those projects. Took too long again. Yeah. All right. we got a lot of work done. So the new pickup is installed. That's fine. Maybe something will come to me in the next day or two as I think through this, but I'm just going to recommend let's just take it out and rewire the whole thing. Okay. Friends, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for keeping me company. And I'm going to go now. Okay. I don't think I will be doing another live stream tonight, or should I? I don't know. I don't know yet. Let's see. Thank you. Good night.